this tank is fast, and here is the reason why. What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be bringing you a review, or well, more or less like my first impressions, I guess you could say, of the WZ-111 5A. And yes, I just pronounced Z in the British name because I just think it sounds cooler. Anyway, this tank has 140 millimeters of frontal upper plate armor, angled somewhat well. Actually, scratch that, angled pretty well. Look at that. It is sort of a pike and flat combination, like quite a few other Chinese tanks. And of course, it has the big, far less angled lower plate, just like any other tank. But the turret is extremely strong with 300 millimeters of frontal armor. Who knows how strong that mantlet is? But I'm pretty sure it could probably get upwards to 300, maybe 500 millimeters on that mantlet, so don't shoot the turret. However, it does have these really big cupolas at the very top, so I'm assuming those are very easily penetrated weak points. And of course, the side of the turret is still pretty strong at 180 millimeters, with the back of it being pretty weak at 60, along with the rear of the tank itself also only being 60. But something of note is that the side armor is 120, which means you should be able to side scrape more or less like that, hopefully, or not if you would just prefer to go side scrape like this backwards. Since the turret is all the way at the front, you can probably reverse side scrape pretty easily in this thing. Now, right now I'm running pretty much the best stuff because, well, this is the test server and no one really cares about money in the test server. And of course, I've loaded quite a hefty amount of heat ammunition because, well, it's the test server. Of course, I will be trying to use AP as much as possible in order to actually see how good this stuff holds up. I mean, the AP already seems pretty good. Its penetration is 250, which is already on par with the Cranberry, or a little subpar, but it's not that bad, honestly. Although, when coming against other super heavies, like the Mouse and E100, you will probably use the 2 key and use that 340 millimeters of penetration to make your day easier. Now, this tank, of course, is, I believe it's, it's not a real tank, of course. Alright, so, mobility-wise, this tank is, it's quite fast, honestly. Look at this, 14, just about 15 horsepower to weight ratio with the engine. And the reverse speed, along with the forward speed, 50 kilometers per hour forward and 15 backwards. That is amazingly fast. That is on par with the Cranberry, mind you. And the Cranberry has crap lower glacis armor, or hull armor. Of course, the Cranberry does it weigh less than the Cranberry? No, it weighs just about the same. But the point is, this thing is just about as fast as the Cranberry. So, watch out. Now, you might be thinking, oh, a heavy tank with a fairly good upper plate and a really good turret and very good and a pretty good gun with a decent punch, that's overpowered. And, well, no, not in the slightest, honestly. When you stack it up tier for tier against, for example, let's see here, stack it, I mean, I don't have the IS-7, so honestly I just have the E5 to compare. So the E5 has a very, very good frontal hull, or a hull in general, along with a very good turret and mantlet. However, this thing, when you look at the specs specifically for what they are, you can effectively compare it to the IS-4, where the front hull honestly really isn't that powerful. So all in all, this thing is pretty balanced, but it should be quite a bit of fun given it is quite fast. And oh, I just realized that its front track is broken to signify its overwhelming speed. I swear, this thing, that has to be just the what is it, this has to just be the developers just having fun with, you know, putting little hints of like, this tank is fast and here is the reason why. Here is proof. But anyway, that's enough blabbering on. Let's get into some gameplay. Well, all in all, I have to say that personally, I am very pumped for this tank. It looks very interesting, and it was a lot of fun to play. The speed, the armor, this thing plays out more as like a medium tank, but with a big ass gun. And holy crap, is that fun! Like I said, I am going to be grinding straight towards this thing once it comes out on the live server. On the live server, I believe the most I've researched is actually the M5A1 Stewart. So it'll be interesting to see how that will play out, since I haven't researched anything at all. I don't even have the M5 Stewart, so it'll be interesting to see how that'll play out. But I will personally be grinding straight towards this thing once it comes out, because holy crap, this thing was fun. Now, I have said similar things when the Cranberry was said to come out on the live server. However, this thing turned out to be a major disappointment for me. It's, after they nerfed it, this thing is just not very fun to play. However, if they keep the WZ the same way that it is now, which I hope they do, I will very much be grinding straight for it, because holy crap, is this thing fun. Anyway, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.